Okay, so we have been talking about the different tools of breathing and in through the nose, out through the nose breathing, an equal ratio breath or extending the exhale kind of breathing, and the three-part breath and lower body breathing. The fourth breath yoga tool, and there's many, many others that we could use and learn. But the fourth one here for us is, I think, the most fun and the weirdest breath that we will probably encounter. So two kinds of breath that I'm going to teach you here today. One is the horse lips, and the other is crying breath. So these might go by different names. So for both of these, we need to maybe get the giggles out beforehand, get the smiles out beforehand, because it's hard to smile and do these breathing techniques. So needing to relax the face a little bit, and again, maybe just take a few nice deep inhales and exhales in through the nose, out through the nose, or any of those other techniques that we've learned to get ready for horse lips and crying breath. So horse lips is a really fun, goofy breath, but it also is a very serious breath because it has a lot of really positive impacts. And one of those is really being a literal neural reset for us. This is a breath that is used with people who work with autistic children, for instance, in order to center them and bring them back from their inability to kind of control their emotions in a scenario, for instance. So with horse lips, basically what we're going to do, and again, this is a tough breath. I tried to teach it to my mom once, and she just really could not get it. Gotta let your face be a little bit relaxed, your lips be a little bit relaxed. But it's also pretty simple. So if you think about when we get stressed out and we like take a deep breath, and then we like let out that exhale, right? And that's like really a relieving kind of breath. We could have had that in our different yoga tools as well. Just that exhale and let it go through the mouth, right? That's the general principle behind horse lips as well, but it gets a little funkier. So horse lips, we're going to basically inhale, and then we're going to exhale and let our lips be really loose so they make like the noise. Okay, so I'll demonstrate it a couple of times. If you laugh, you might have to pause and take out the laughs before you move on to try it yourself. So we're going to inhale. I have to say that looks even funnier when I'm looking right into the camera and doing it and watching myself do that on camera. It's just really something that you just don't really want to record a lot of times, right? So try out horse lips a few times, maybe not in front of the camera or the mirror, but try it out and see how it feels. And again, like if you find yourself feeling a little bit stressed out, like here we are, we're in our summer school session and it's moving really quickly, like let it go, and see how that maybe impacts you. Okay, so horse lips. Again, pretty simple, pretty effective, I think. See what it does for you. The other breath is called crying breath, and you'll see immediately why this is called crying breath, because it's like when you're crying and you start to like get a little bit out of control, maybe, right? Like maybe you're lucky enough to never have experienced out of control crying. It is familiar to me and probably some of you as well. So we're really emotional, we're really upset, and we are crying, and we are perhaps getting a little bit like we're hyperventilating a little bit because we're having trouble controlling that breath, or we're having trouble directing that breath, or we're having trouble stopping crying. A side note to say, crying is great. Like if you feel like you need to cry, go ahead and cry, because if you feel like you need to cry and you don't cry, it's going to build up, and eventually you're going to cry uncontrollably, and you're going to really need this breath. Again, not even a bad thing to cry uncontrollably. Cry when you need to cry. It's a really great healing tool that could be on our list of healing tools as well. So anyway, crying breath. So this is a breath that also, again, can be taught to people generally or taught to children as a way of kind of self-regulation. And it can also be done when we're not crying, and it might help us to feel better even when we're not crying. So with this breath, basically, again, it's going to start with a big inhale. And then as we exhale, we're kind of making the exhale kind of like a staccato. We're kind of like exhale, 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 exhale. Again, kind of like crying. So again, I'm going to demonstrate this a couple of times, and then again, please try it out for yourself. So we're going to take that inhale. So as you notice, that exhale comes out through the mouth. You could probably try to do it through the nose, but when we're crying, yeah, probably don't want to do that exhale through the nose. Other stuff's going to come out with it, right? So that inhale and then that exhale, 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 inhale, exhale, 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 exhale. So 2 different breaths, some similarities, but also differences as well. And again, try these out when you need them, or try them out when you don't necessarily feel like you need them, and see how you do with those, how they maybe shift your mood, or again, there's no wrong or right answers here. You feel what you feel. How did this work for you?